Welcome back to Banjo-Kazooie. It's in the title, it's in the thumbnail, you know what it is. We're going to start things off nice and fast today by opening up this 350 note door. We should have 500. There we go, we are well qualified to open this door, I feel. The last time we did Freeze Easy Peak, we did not finish it because LOL backtracking. And in this episode, we're going to go to the next world, which will get us the move, which we can go and then backtrack to Freeze Easy Peak. I was thinking about it. I think the next world is actually... better be here. There it is. Gobi's Valley. I think the next world is actually, like, pretty short. Might be able to knock this out in one, though if I don't, I am not legally held responsible for this ends up being, like, 2 videos. But yeah, there's no transformation in this world. It's pretty simple. I remember it being small. Even though we're in the later worlds of this game, a lot of the jiggies still are just, like, go here, get jiggy. Go here, use one move, get jiggy, which, by the way, I do like. Getting a jiggy is a pretty huge, like, serotonin boost in this game. And so, I'm just gonna be honest, I wasn't looking. Yeah, getting a jiggy is a huge serotonin boost, so, you know, the more the merrier, but, like, you know, to an extent, I find. You don't want to have, like, 5,000 jiggies, because then you reach, like, idle game status. You turn into, like, Cookie Clicker or something. Or, what's the game? Clicker Heroes is the one that I played for a while. It's just, I mean, it just plays your brain's emotion chemicals, and that's not good. You can get boots to, like, help you traverse this, but I'm just built different, so I'm going to, only take 1 damage. Is there honey around the back? No, but there's Brentilda. It's been a while since we've seen you. Alright, what do you have to say about Gruntilda? Grunty's best friend at which school was the awful Sweaty Betty? Gross. When relaxing, she usually reads Warty Girl's Weekly Magazine. This is so, like, unimportant right now, but I still think it's funny. Sipping a glass of her favorite, Smoothie Elephant Sweat. Yum yum. Oh, thanks for the... There is honey back here. Actually didn't know she filled up your honey, because I honestly never talked to her in a casual playthrough. Alright, anyways. Into Gobi's Valley we go, the mandatory... It's not a desert, right? Well, it is a desert. A sand dune type level, or hopefully the frame rate gets better. Alright, we got 1 new move to learn. As a matter of fact, it is the last move we learn in the entire game, which is nice. That tree's got problems, I'm not really concerned about that right now. It's a nice world, the Egyptian world. Egyptians, you know, I don't know much about them. They did, in fact, build the pyramids, it was not aliens. There was a Matt Pack game theory video where they claimed that they were able to, like, rip your skin off in one with a cut. This video's not getting monetized anymore. I gotta wonder how the monetization process works. I'm not 100% sure. Because, like, I imagine they just check the auto-generated subtitles. If they see me saying something as foul as what I just said, it might get to me. Oh, man. Okay, well, you know what? That's not how you're supposed to get... Fine, okay. I'll take that as an L and I'll just go somewhere else. Spooky mummy hands? Yeah, it's like, I talked about this with someone before, and I find it kind of interesting. Not in, like, a confusing way, just in, like, a kind of self-deprecating way of, like... It's kind of funny to think about who these videos are even for, because I talk about topics that I feel like children would find really boring, and yet, like, I don't swear and I play children's video games, so there's a bit of a juxtaposition here. But you know what, it's the content I want to make, and that's really what's important. But, like, actually, though, not even as a joke, because, you know, if I ever have trouble watching my own content, I'll probably stop, because that'll be really annoying. 10 seconds. Oh, the speedrun tech is you jump down the slope and then you slide down, but whatever. I'll just have to get in there with only 4 seconds to spare. Only 60% of my time limit. Oh no, it's my worst enemy, the memory game. Is it memory? Okay, it is actually timed. You can't, like, kill the mummies, but they sure do provide an annoyance, so I would like to, temporarily disable him. He's just built different. Blue eggs was the bottom right corner. Don't make me laugh. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing a little better since yesterday. Yesterday's video, rather. Okay, I got really scared that I was being dumb, but no, Honeycomb is up here. Yeah, I don't know, I don't ever want to, like, force myself to record. I think that's a pretty, like, stupid thing to do. But I'm also not, like, a huge risk taker. I thought you could, oh my god, Thread Feathers was here. I'm not a big risk taker, and so I don't like to... Like, yeah, I could be like, oh, I'll just, like, wait tomorrow to record, and then I'll probably end up feeling better, but then that's like, yeah, but what if I don't, you know? What if I feel even worse? I think it's fine to have kind of, like, a junk episode. In my head, I have a bunch of, like, junk episodes where I'm like, yeah, this video of this series sucks pretty bad. But that's fine. They can't all be winners. Sometimes you just gotta get on first base, as, Rusty Galloway said from L.A. Noire. L.A. Noire, a good video game. Shame it never got a sequel. Which, like, honestly, in the world of, like, because, I mean, they got the whole, they got Supermassive Games with the Dark Pictures anthology and stuff like that. They should probably do another L.A. Noire with, like, updated graphics. Imagine L.A. Noire with, like, the Quarry's graphics. That would be really, really nice. Because, I mean, I don't think Until Dawn's graphics look, like, bad now, but they definitely haven't aged as well. And the Quarry is, like, really, really good. Like, you can see the pores on everyone's faces. It's great. I mean, The graphics are great. The game itself is a bit questionable. Jumps right into the sand, it happens. I think the new move is back here somewhere. Okay, I lied to you. I apologize. I hear a Jinjo. This should be an empty honeycomb piece, judging by the literal picture of it on the floor. I can, in fact, read picture books. I don't do much reading. I think did I used to? Not really. I've never really been a big reader. I'm not gonna be Kanye, okay? I'm not gonna say that reading is like, what do you say, like eating Brussels sprouts? Because that's just a ridiculous statement to make as you're an adult human being. But, I guess it's not the worst thing he's ever said. It's the titular Gobi of Gobi's Valley. Remember when I said a lot of Jiggies are just like, go here and get Jiggy? Yeah, this one is, I remember this one and I was like, oh yeah, you just go here and slam the floor and Jiggy acquired. Like I said, I ain't complaining. I'll sure hope nothing bad happens to Gobi. I'm too lazy to try and ride that magic carpet, so I'm simply just going to... Dang. I swear, I don't think you get damaged every single time if you go into the sand. You have to, like, hit the sand whirlpool as it's coming. There's some sneakers. We are not smart enough to put those on yet, so we do need to find Bottles the Mole. As you can see, the honeycomb now has... the honeycomb hive now has bees. If we try and take a little dip inside to get some honey, they will attack us, and that's kind of unfortunate, but it's not that big of a deal. I like it better in 2. In 2E, the honeycomb hive just, like, starts fighting you back, and I think that's better. Alright. Are you gonna teach me how to put on shoes, Bottles? I hope so. The running shoes. Kiki wears them on her scrawny feet to make her run really fast for a limited time. Very cool. Energy's a bit low. Nice. Are you gonna say anything special? Because all of the moves in the game. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is a very, there haven't been that many examples of it so far, but it is a very, like, fourth wall breaking game and self-referential. Like I said, we haven't seen that many examples, but I'm glad that we, got to see one there. It happens a lot on 2E. So many characters in 2E will reference, like, the dialogue or the video game that they're in, which I don't mind. I don't mind it when it's, like, when it happens a little bit, or if it's, like, cute, like these games. When it happens in, like, a movie sense, I think I kind of start to hate it. Now, you might be asking what I'm doing with these running shoes, and that's a good question. I wasn't too sure at first, but now I just remembered that we can come down here and get a sweet Jiggy. Sorry. Thankfully this... no, stolen. Sorry, I got so scared because Grabba's got a Jiggy. No, I've had that 1,000 years. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, anyways, you don't actually need the running shoes for that, but it is, I mean, recommended, obviously. There are some notes in the sand. Running shoes do not protect against sand. I gotta, like, I don't know. Shoes are annoying, right? Because when they start to break down bad. At least mine do. And I got some good shoes right now, some nice steel-toed work shoes. Reminds me of that time I had to walk in, like, probably the worst rainstorm I've ever, like, personally seen. And I saw that it was raining outside, and I was like, okay, I'll just walk to work. It's not that big of a deal. It was, in fact, that big of a deal. To give you an idea, I spent the first, I think, like, 10 minutes of my shift after I punched in, just, like, kind of in the bathroom, undressing piece by piece and, like, wringing out my clothes into the toilet, and there was a lot of rainwater. And then I had to put on, like, my still soggy clothes afterwards. It was definitely not in my top 10 funnest adventures at work, but it is what it is. It happens. Are there running shoes up here? Okay, no. Okay, no, sorry, I'd like to reset the challenge, please. I thought we had to slam that down and then get the shoes, but we do not, in fact, have to do that. Alright, I'll come back to you later. Am I ashamed? Do I need to go speak to the Sphinx again, or the Pharaoh? You know what else this world reminds me of? Probably because it's, you know, a sand-based world. Is the, Ancient Egypt in... Oh, we already did that. Ancient Egypt in Plants vs. Zombies 2, It's About Time. Don't show me a failing cutscene, thank you. Plants vs. Zombies 2, It's About Time. Not, like, it's tough, because, like, as a video game, I don't think it's that bad. But the amount of, like, pop-up ads and pay-to-win there is a bit ridiculous, I must admit. I wanted to play it again, I just don't have... Oh, I do have a phone, I could play it, I'm just lazy, I guess. Okay, let's try round 2 on the Sphinx's face. Like, it's not... It's weird because, like, Banjo-Kazooie, sorry. Sorry, I'm talking about Plants vs. Zombies today. Really glad I made that. Nope, gotta line up my camera real quick. Y'all know how good I am at shooting eggs. Like, Plants vs. Zombies 1 is a very, easy game. It's really, really hard to lose if you, like, have, you know, competent, ideas about what you're doing. And then, like, Plants vs. Zombies 2 is not easy, which I like. You know, it's nice to have a bit of challenge in these kinds of tower defense-based games. But it's like, just the pay-to-win is ridiculous. So I like the challenge, except for Big Wave Beach. Big Wave Beach is probably the worst world ever designed by mankind. Or, you know, just people-kind in general, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad of a game, but it's been a really long time since I played it. I hear a Jinjo. I think it's just one. I gotta conserve my eggs. I did not activate Cheetos Blue Eggs cheat. Do I have the time? I had way more time than I thought. Alright, nailed it. What a genius. Alright, there better be a Jiggy in here. Yum yum. I feel like the sound these guys make, although I don't appreciate... I don't know. It's a bit weird just kind of eating raw eggs from a Breagle, as the species of bird that Kazooie is, if you're ever on Jeopardy and get that question. That one's on me. Yum yum. I thought of a funny joke, right? Okay, are you ready for this one? Get ready to laugh. You know those memes that are like pick 2 out of 9 options, and the other 7 will come to kill you. The 2 you pick will defend you, something like that. I got baited, I'll be honest. And I thought of one, it's like, pick 1 to make a film with, the other 3 are gonna come and try and ruin it. And it's like, Alec Baldwin, Wesley Snipes, Christian Bale, circa whatever year Terminator 4 came out, and then pick another actor, Orson Welles, in a wine commercial. I thought that was funny, so I hope you all laughed, because I thought it was an enjoyable thought. I chuckled to myself, and I went, haha, that is a humorous concept indeed. There are some notes, like, back behind the Sphinx that we gotta get, so I do need some boots for that. Some booties, if you will. I don't like, I don't know, there's something kind of satisfying about wearing, like, full protective gear when I used to have to do that. Working in my greenhouse days of, like, wearing the big, like, the yellow raincoat and the overalls and the boots, and it's like, it's horrible and you sweat a lot, but at the same time, you take it off and you're like, yep, that's a good day's of working done. There's something quite nice about that. I guess it's just, like, pride in work rather than, I don't know, any sort of masculine pride. I don't support masculine pride in this channel. Don't come at me for it. Gobi's here, so obviously the natural thing we have to do to Gobi is just slam him on the back real quick. Yeah, just get him to vomit all his water into this tree. Well, hopefully that's the end of Gobi's suffering, because, you know, I had to do it for the Jiggy. You know I had to do it to him. Look at him grow. Not sure why there are running shoes over here. You can walk on water. Oh, there's a Jinjo back there. You can walk on water with the, running shoes. How silly to me. I think I could climb up a tree. But I don't think we ever need to do that in this game, like, at all. What a genius. Got the Jinjo here before I forget. Obviously, I could have done this stuff later because it's right near the start of the world, but, I don't trust myself to remember. If I had, like, a Freeze Easy Peak situation where I was like, I got 9 Jiggies, what am I gonna do? I would have easily just forgotten that there was one back here. I think the running shoes theme might be my favorite theme in the game. In terms of, like, I don't know, maybe even in terms of music. It's hard to tell, man. Grant, why did you make so many good music themes for this game? Music themes, wonderful. Why'd you make so many good pieces for this game? It's so hard to choose my favorite. So yes, I do know there was a flight pad on top of the Sphinx. I'll go get it at some point, I don't know. I'll figure it out, okay. I'm just doing things in a weird order, because I don't... Like, this area has, like, 3 different temples, as you can see, and I don't really know which one has what in it. And, like, obviously I'm going to do everything, it's just that again, I don't know the order. Cut some sweet corners here. We only need the notes. Oh, watch this corner cut. Okay, never mind. I was gonna cut the corner, but in fact, I did need that note. I don't know if I'm gonna make this, especially with, like, this movement is suspicious, to say the least. Oh, no, I'm not making it. That's fine, because now I got the notes, so now I can very easily just do it again. That's actually surprisingly hard. 1 second left. Maybe I just did that really bad. I'm not sure. Anytime I do something wrong in a game, I just kind of assume it's my fault. Because it usually is, and also, I mean, like, come on. Oh, there better be a... No, there is a way to drain the water here, I know it. It's probably just getting the Jiggy. I don't know, I just hate... I'm not a big fan of Twitch streamers and YouTubers, if I'm being honest. New conversation thread detected. Just kidding, it's the same one I always go for. Okay, good. These mummies sure are annoying when you can't temporarily disable them. I have real good... I know this isn't something I've talked about before. I have real good, like, cancel detectors, which I'm very proud of. Cancel detectors means I look at a YouTuber and I'm like, not only do I not like you, I feel like you've been involved in some shady business. Obviously, you know, wrong to do, because it's like I'm just basing this off of nothing, basically. Judging by physical appearances, perhaps. But I think my best example, my proudest example is Mark Turpin, aka Terps from the Augscast. Sorry, formerly from the Augscast. He was formerly their CEO. And then it was like, hey, wait, this guy is using his position in an advantageous scenario to do things that he shouldn't be doing when he has, like, a wife and children. But yeah, like, I don't know, he was one of those people that, like... Oh, that was scary, that coming out of the ground. He was one of those people that just inserted himself into, like, every single scenario, and I found it so irritating, and, like, people in the community loved him, and they thought he was so funny. And I was like, this guy is really annoying, and he just will not shut up, in my opinion. Not this one, the other one. And then, when you know what, he's a terrible person. And I don't know where he is now, but you know what, I'm sure he's doing just fine with his billions of dollars. I think I'm just not hitting, like, up enough. Yeah, I think that's probably... I'm not hitting, like, straight, you know, 0 degrees up enough. The pyramid has been peaked a little bit. And another little man has come out of the wall. But yeah, no, I was like that with David Dobrik, too. Like, I never watched his content, but I took one look at the guy, and I was like, there's just something unholy going on there. And it's not like I've never been surprised by... Okay, thank you for opening your mouth. It's not like I've never been surprised by, like, a YouTuber getting exposed for horribleness. Speaking of the Yogscast, Sjin, S-J-I-N, he was doing some not-so-good stuff. That one shocked me. I was always a fan of him, I'll be honest, but I obviously don't support him now. Especially because he's somehow still making content. Like, he just came back. And I'm not sure, I don't know, people cry about, like, cancel culture all the time. I'm not sure how many people know this. Cancel culture does not matter if you don't care, or if you just decide that you don't want to make videos. Like, I was so shocked to find out that Sjin still makes videos. Like, he just, I don't know, he had these horrible allegations, and he was found out to be like, yeah, he's guilty, and he's been let go from the Yogscast. But he just still does stuff on his channel now, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's just really unfortunate. Not a huge fan, but it is what it is. He still gets to run ads on his videos. I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you don't care. Like, people just overuse the term cancel nowadays, and like, oh, you've been canceled, and it's like, no, I don't think you can get canceled for, like, committing a crime. I think there's kind of a difference. Like, Kevin Spacey did not get canceled. He was exposed as being, like, an abuser. And that's really unfortunate, and I'm not glad that it happened, but I am glad that, you know, the situation has come to light. But, like, people saying that he got canceled for it, I feel like kind of undermines the, like, seriousness of what he did, which is unfortunate. I don't know, people throw around the word cancel a lot, but it's just my opinion.